Greetings, trader. Welcome to another Bitcoin video where PC Monk, myself, will talk to you about some Bitcoin strategy and possible movements. Without further ado, let's jump into this. So right now, I want to talk about 4 hours. Yesterday was a boring day. Yesterday, we just made a comeback down, and we marked this horizontal ray line. I gotta go into lower time frames, if it helps. Okay, thank you. So the lower time frames, as you guys can see, we hit our horizontal ray line, which we drew it for a pullback 3 times. This was the first time, and the second time was the origin of this pump, and the third time it kind of acted as a support. Both of the times we made it a little bit lower, and this low is lower than this low. This low is higher than that, so we have a higher low on our hand. After that, we have another higher low, and right now, one more thing to mention on the higher lows is this is a higher low than this, and this is a higher lower than this. And this is on 15 minutes we're talking about. We could essentially take a look at it on the 3 hours if you don't like lower time frame range on these. Now, I'm about to do a couple of things. First of all, the adjustment of this green line. So this green line is essentially, intersecting with this dotted yellow line. So I'm adjusting it, all right, to this thing. All right. So right here, it was a support, support, support. Right here, it dumped, and we move all the way till here. Around here, we could maybe move it a little bit higher, something like this. Yep. And this will have more lines connected to it. I think this looks like a great line, great trend line. We see a couple of wicks at the bottom of it, but overall we are holding this trend line. Now, let's see if this is a valid trend line or not. And with that being said, on the lower time frame, before I continue, let's take a look at the liquidities. And the funding is increasing on Bitcoin. It's kind of bullish. It's increasing right now. That shows not so many people are actually shorting. And the lowest funding rate is -3 on TRB. That was my other thing we should not look at that. So right now, liquidation TRB looks like the first one. The fifth one is Bitcoin liquidating the longs. Liquidity is kind of low, so let's talk about this area. If we come to 27.3, we will have 850 millions to take. If we come to 25.1, where we like to come, it's essentially 800 million too. So it's kind of the same. Now we got to take a look at the heat map here. The heat map on Binance 24 hours, we could actually refresh this. And there we go. We could see that there's a little bit around here. So the maximum is $34 million, which is probably around this 26.5. All right, now we could take a look at Bybit as well, since Bybit, a lot of people are moving from Binance to Bybit because of the Binance FUD around it. As you guys could see, we have 22.19 million here as well, and it's probably this one. So essentially, we should say we have a little bit to the upside. Now, let's get back to our chart. Now, what I want to talk about is this descending wedge right now, all right? So this descending wedge with this yellow line as a resistance line and this white line as a support line, or you could call it a bull flag, my bad, a bull flag with this blue line, navy blue line as the support line. Obviously, this would be the body of that bull flag. Now, I would probably want to talk about, let's first talk about the bull flag, and then I remove the line. So the bull flag, if it is a bull flag, we could say we have found support here. As you guys can see, it intersects with this horizontal line and with this high. All right, and then we continue this support by holding it around here. All right, so this one did not come to the extent of the bottom of this navy blue line. It held it a little bit above it, and then finally found the support and moved up. All right. That being said, we do have a double bottom here, and this double bottom is actually visible even on the 4 hour. Right here. So with this being said, this looks like a possible move to the upside, but let's put some more into the bullish side, which we could see that we are holding the previous daily close, right? Let's go into the lower time frames. Here we have a saving the day by the previous daily close. Essentially, if this is as bullish as we are talking about it right now, or as am I talking about it right now, first we have to break this 26.4, essentially above the supply zone, all right, above this resistance, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of shorts around here probably. So once we consolidate above this, we don't expect it to, take down this immediately. So once we consolidate above this, then we want to essentially come up above this whole consolidation and above this probably, all right, or even at least at the wick of it. We want to fill both of these fair value gaps and hold above it and consolidate here, all right, and then go higher. Now you might say 26.4 really doesn't matter. We all we have to do is just come around here and this could be sliced true. It could be really want the goddamn momentum in here. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't see any momentum in Bitcoin these days. So with that being said, guys, let's take a look at something else which is very important before I continue my talk. It's Dixie. Maybe I should start really trading Dixie, but Dixie really takes a long time to hit our target and requires a lot of patience. But we could see we essentially hit this 106.282. It was our target, right? This red line is 106.313 essentially. And we went a little bit above it as well. So with that being said, we made a new premium zone and we essentially not only took down a monthly, we did much more. We created a new high on the monthly, right? As you guys could say. We created a new high as a high above everything else. All right. So and this essentially is at the bottom of this momentum. Now we'll have to see if it wants to break. I mean, this could be just a wick range and it just wicks to 109 or even 110. And if that happens, probably going to see some catastrophic drops, but I doubt it. Probably stop around this area first, right? Which is 107.618. All right. But even that would be kind of not good for the stock market. As we could see, Nasdaq a monthly, if I remove all of these, it's not doing good anymore. It's coming back down, and I want to show you guys the 4 hours on it too. The 4 hour is making a double bottom, so we probably could see Nasdaq's coming up too with that, and SPX having complete couple of days of only collapse. We made a liquidity grab here, but then again it's coming back down. So I'm telling you, if these are about to recover today, which is Wednesday, we could see a recovery on BTC as well. We have to be glued. And I've talked about it, about the lows as well. If I put these back on, so my target is here, all right, 23.9 to long if we're coming down, okay? And from here, my target to short, oops, my target to short is first around here, maybe 27.3, any of these levels. And hopefully if we break, this is gonna be the high of the week, which is 28.1. All right. Right now, I'm not in a trade. I might jump into a trade when the New York stocks open. I've been trading TRB a little bit. That's all. And to the downside, I might look for a short if we break this green trend line now that we have it, right? Because I don't think the dotted yellow line will hold anymore. I think we're gonna slice through it and probably come around 25.1. And if this doesn't hold, this is very important. We have to see if we're gonna bounce from here or we're gonna crawl down to this discount level and make a double bottom around here. We have to be very cautious around this place. But nonetheless, if you see a good momentum, this could be a good point to bounce back up. And that would be it, guys. And on Fib levels, obviously, something I forgot to mention is we have seen that like I said, this looks like a perfect bullish retest before a leg to the upside, okay? But unfortunately, the momentum was so low yesterday that it took us a day to do a bullish retest. But now we hit the 725, and we are probably going to take a leg up. I would say probably the first where we have to break is our golden pocket, which is 618. Now keep in mind, this is only a simple Fibonacci levels. This is not a retracement, and the one is our target, all right, which is 27.9, somewhere around there. All right, thank you guys for watching. Please support me in any way you can. I appreciate all the supports, likes, comment, boosts, and everything like that. They really put a smile on my face. And yeah, that's all. Stay safe, stay green. Until next time. Bye.